I'm going to show you how to do worm composting or vermicomposting or making a worm bed. It is a way to get rid of your food scraps and get composting soil out of it for your plants. What you'll need is a drill, a 1/4 inch drill bit, and a 1/16 inch drill bit. You'll need paper, cardboard, and 2 8-10 gallon tubs. Not clear because worms hate the sun. You don't want buckets because the worms that do the composting are not ones that dig down really deep. The first step is to drill 20 holes in the bottom of the tub bin with the 1/4 inch drill bit. The holes are for the moisture to get out so the worms don't drown, but you don't want too little moisture in there because you don't want them to get dehydrated. And they're also in there for when the first tub, which is this one, runs out of bedding and food for them to eat, they can crawl into this one and start the process all over again. And then when that one gets all the nutrition and everything eaten, then we move them back to this one, and on and on and on. And those are the holes. Those are about the size holes you'll need. And step 2 is to drill holes in the top outside for ventilation and oxygen to get through using the 1/16 inch drill bit on all 4 sides, and make sure the holes are about 1 to 1.5 inches apart. Shoot, I broke it. Well, the 1/16 inch bit broke, and good thing I wear my safety glasses, so just go with the next one up or down. Unless you want your eye shot out. And then, those are the holes. The next step is to do 30 holes in the top of the lid for ventilation. The lid. Just one lid, not both. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Drilled the holes. Don't worry about the drill bit. So now the next step is to fill the inside of the bin with bedding, which is paper strips, 1 inch thick paper strips, newspaper strips, It should be newspapers. And you soak them and just put them in here and make sure it's about not 1 to, but 3 to 4 inches thick. So now what you do is you take the wet newspapers and kind of wring them out a little bit. And fluff them up and just throw them in. I'm fluffing it up, spreading it out right now after I soaked it all and wrung it out, and spreading it around about 3-4 inches high. And after you get it all spread out, fluffy, 3-4 inches high, you get a piece of cardboard, cut it until it'll fit in here, but make it a little tight so it'll have to bend to fit a little bit. Dang it. And you just let it sit lightly on top. So just lightly on top, and make sure it gets pretty wet. Not pretty wet, just a little wet before you set it on top. And then put your cardboard in. You let it sit for a week like this without your worms in, because you want it to just be a good habitat when they come in. And you put them in so they'll be likely to eat a lot. And one thing you want to do is bury the food kind of gently so you don't attract fruit flies. And they feed them a vegetarian diet because they like cereal, bread, and vegetables. And rockworm can consume up to half of its weight in 1 day. So let's say you're throwing out half a pound of food scraps a day, then you need a pound of worms, and a pound of worms can be from 500 to 1,000 worms. And the worms you should use to start out with are red worms or European night crawlers. Red worms and European night crawlers are best because they can live in many conditions well. They can adapt. Bye.